Let me ask you a very important question. If you stir over 60 and you feel weaker than you used to, if your legs don't feel as strong, if getting out of a chair takes more effort, or if you just notice muscle loss no matter how much you try to eat healthy, what if I told you there's one simple thing you can add to your morning coffee that may help rebuild muscle, support strength, and improve energy naturally? And the best part, it's easy, affordable, and backed by science. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle. This is called sarcopenia. After age 60, we can lose up to 1-2% of muscle every year, and muscle loss isn't just about looking thinner. It affects balance, strength, walking, independence, and even longevity. Less muscle means higher risk of falls, slower metabolism, weaker immune system. So rebuilding muscle is not optional. It's essential. As we get older, many people begin to believe that losing muscle is just a normal part of aging and that nothing can be done about it. They notice their arms look thinner, their legs feel weaker, and simple daily tasks start to require more effort. Getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even walking for long periods no longer feels easy. Over time, this gradual loss of strength can quietly take away confidence and independence. But here's the truth that most people are never told. Muscle loss after 60 is common, but it is not something you must simply accept. The medical term for age-related muscle loss is sarcopenia. This process can begin as early as our 30s and 40s, but it accelerates significantly after the age of 60. Each year, muscle mass and strength decline a little more, especially if the body is not getting the right signals to maintain it. Those signals come from two main sources, movement and nutrition. When either one is missing, muscles begin to shrink. This is not because the body is broken, but because it is adapting to what it believes is no longer needed. What makes sarcopenia dangerous is not just the loss of muscle size, but the loss of function. Muscle is what allows us to stay upright, protect our joints, stabilize our spine, and move safely through space. When muscle weakens, balance suffers, reaction time slows, the risk of falls increases, and for older adults, a fall can be life-changing. This is why muscle loss is closely linked to disability, loss of independence, and even shortened lifespan. However, muscle tissue is remarkably responsive even later in life. Your muscles do not know your age. They only respond to the messages they receive. When muscles are given proper nutrients and gentle but consistent stimulation, they adapt by becoming stronger. This is a biological fact. Research has shown that adults in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s can increase muscle mass and strength when the right conditions are present. This means aging does not eliminate your ability to rebuild muscle. It simply changes how you need to approach it. One of the biggest reasons people continue to lose muscle after 60 is fear. Fear of injury, fear of pain, fear of doing too much. As a result, many people move less. They sit more. They avoid resistance or strength-based activities. Unfortunately, this sends the body a powerful signal that muscle tissue is no longer necessary. The body, always trying to be efficient, responds by breaking down muscle. This becomes a cycle. Less movement leads to weaker muscles, which leads to even less movement. Another major factor is digestion and protein absorption. As we age, the digestive system becomes less efficient. Even if someone eats enough protein, their body may not break it down and absorb it as effectively as it once did. This means muscles may not be receiving the building blocks they need for repair and maintenance. Over time, this nutritional gap contributes significantly to muscle loss, fatigue, and slower recovery. It is also important to understand that muscle loss is not just a physical issue, it affects the nervous system as well. Strong muscles communicate constantly with the brain. They improve coordination, reflexes, and posture. When muscles weaken, the brain receives less feedback and movement becomes less precise. This is why people often feel unsteady or less confident on their feet as they age. Rebuilding muscle helps restore this communication, improving both physical and neurological function. The idea that muscle loss is irreversible after a certain age is simply outdated. Modern research tells us that muscle tissue retains its ability to grow and strengthen throughout life. What changes is the threshold. Muscles need clearer, more consistent signals to respond. This means regular protein intake, adequate rest, and simple resistance, not extreme workouts. Small repeated efforts create powerful long-term changes. When older adults begin to rebuild muscle, the benefits extend far beyond strength. Blood sugar control improves. Metabolism becomes more efficient. Joint pain often decreases because muscles provide better support. Energy levels rise. Even mood and cognitive function can improve because movement and muscle activity increase circulation and oxygen delivery to the brain. Perhaps most importantly, rebuilding muscle restores independence, being able to stand up easily, walk confidently, lift objects, and move without fear changes how a person lives day to day. It brings back a sense of control, and that sense of control has a profound impact on overall health and quality of life. So muscle loss after 60 is real, but it is not a life sentence. It is a signal that the body needs better input. With the right nutrition, gentle daily movement, and consistency, muscles can respond, adapt, and grow stronger. Your body is not working against you. It is waiting for the right message. And once you start sending that message, change begins to happen slowly, safely, and naturally. As we age, the way our bodies process protein changes dramatically. Many people over 60 believe they are eating enough protein, yet their muscles continue to weaken. This happens because aging muscles require a stronger and more consistent supply of specific amino acids to maintain and rebuild themselves. Simply eating more food is not always the answer. What matters most is the quality, digestibility, and absorption of what you consume. This is where collagen peptides become especially valuable. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, forming the structural framework of muscles, tendons, ligaments, bones, and connective tissue. When we are young, the body produces collagen efficiently, but starting in our 40s, collagen production begins to decline. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, this decline becomes significant. Without adequate collagen, muscles lose integrity, connective tissues weaken, and recovery slows. This is not just about appearance, it directly affects strength, mobility, and stability. Collagen peptides are different from standard protein powders. They are broken down into smaller chains of amino acids, making them easier for the aging digestive system to absorb. Many older adults struggle with bloating, stomach discomfort, or heaviness when consuming traditional protein supplements. Collagen peptides, on the other hand, are gentle on the stomach and do not require strong digestive enzymes to be utilized effectively. This makes them an ideal protein source for seniors. One of the most important aspects of collagen for muscle health is its unique amino acid profile. Collagen is rich in glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline amino acids that play a critical role in muscle repair, tissue strength, and structural support. Glycine in particular helps reduce muscle breakdown and supports recovery after movement. Proline and hydroxyproline strengthen connective tissues that anchor muscle to bone, improving overall muscle function and reducing the risk of injury. While collagen does not contain high levels of branched-chain amino acids like leucine, which are found in whey protein, this does not make it ineffective for muscle health in older adults. In fact, collagen works differently. It supports the foundation of muscle tissue and improves the environment in which muscles grow. When connective tissues are strong and joints are supported, muscles can function more efficiently. This is especially important after 60, when joint discomfort often limits movement and exercise. Adding collagen peptides to morning coffee is one of the simplest and most effective ways to make this habit consistent. Most people already drink coffee daily, so there is no need to create a new routine. Collagen peptides dissolve easily in hot liquids and are heat stable, meaning they do not lose their effectiveness when mixed into coffee. They are tasteless and odorless, so they do not change the flavor or texture of the drink. The timing of collagen intake also matters. Consuming collagen in the morning helps provide a steady supply of amino acids throughout the day, supporting muscle repair as you move, walk, and engage in daily activities. When taken consistently, collagen helps slow muscle breakdown and supports gradual rebuilding over time. This is not a quick fix, but a steady and sustainable approach to muscle health. Another benefit of adding collagen to coffee is improved compliance. Many supplements fail not because they are ineffective, but because people forget to take them. By pairing collagen with an existing habit like drinking coffee, consistency becomes effortless. And consistency is the most important factor when it comes to rebuilding muscle after 60. Small daily inputs create meaningful long-term results. Collagen also plays an important role in hydration and circulation within muscle tissue. Healthy connective tissue allows nutrients and oxygen to move more efficiently through muscles. This improves endurance, reduces stiffness, and enhances recovery. Over time, this can make everyday movements feel smoother and less tiring. It is also worth noting that collagen supports more than just muscle. It strengthens tendons and ligaments, which are essential for transferring force from muscle to bone. Weak tendons increase the risk of strain and injury, especially in older adults. By supporting these tissues, collagen helps create a safer and more stable foundation for movement and light exercise. Quality matters when choosing collagen peptides. A clean, hydrolyzed collagen source without added sugars, artificial flavors, or fillers is best. Whether sourced from grass-fed bovine or marine collagen, purity and simplicity are key. The body recognizes collagen as a familiar protein, making it easy to integrate into daily nutrition. When collagen peptides are used consistently, many people notice improvements not only in strength but also in joint comfort, posture, and overall vitality. These changes may be subtle at first, but over weeks and months they add up. Muscles feel more supported, movement feels more confident, and the fear of weakness begins to fade. Rebuilding muscle after 60 does not require extreme protein intake or complicated supplement schedules. It requires smart, gentle, and consistent support. Adding collagen peptides to your morning coffee is one of the easiest ways to give your body the building blocks it needs to maintain and restore muscle strength naturally. Over time, this simple habit can help change the direction of muscle loss and support a stronger, more independent life. Many people think of coffee as nothing more than a morning stimulant, something that helps them wake up and feel alert, but coffee does far more than just increase energy. When used wisely, especially after the age of 60, coffee can become a powerful delivery system for nutrients that support muscle health. This has everything to do with circulation, digestion, and how the body absorbs what you consume. One of the most important effects of coffee is its ability to improve blood flow. Caffeine gently stimulates the cardiovascular system, causing blood vessels to expand and circulation to increase. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to tissues throughout the body, including muscles. For older adults, this is especially important because circulation naturally slows with age. When muscles receive less blood flow, they receive fewer nutrients and their ability to repair and rebuild is reduced. When collagen peptides are added to coffee, this improved circulation helps transport those amino acids directly to muscle tissue. Think of blood flow as the delivery system. The better the delivery, the more effectively nutrients reach their target. This is one of the reasons why adding collagen to coffee can be more effective than taking it at random times during the day, especially when circulation may be lower due to inactivity. Warm beverages also play a key role in digestion and absorption. As we age, stomach acid production tends to decrease. This can make it harder to break down and absorb proteins efficiently. Warm liquids stimulate digestive activity, helping enzymes work more effectively and improving nutrient uptake. Collagen peptides dissolve completely in hot coffee, making them readily available for absorption without placing stress on the digestive system. Coffee also stimulates the nervous system in a gentle way, increasing alertness and readiness for movement. This matters because muscles respond best to nutrients when they are being used. After drinking coffee, people naturally feel more motivated to move, walk, stretch, or perform light activity. This creates a perfect environment for muscle repair and maintenance. Nutrients arrive in the muscle at the same time the muscle is being activated, reinforcing the signal for strength and adaptation. Another important benefit of coffee is its effect on insulin sensitivity. Improved insulin sensitivity allows nutrients, including amino acids, to enter muscle cells more efficiently. With age, insulin sensitivity often declines, making it harder for muscles to receive the nutrients they need. Moderate coffee consumption has been shown to support better glucose metabolism, which indirectly supports muscle nourishment and energy use. There is also a psychological component that should not be overlooked. Morning coffee is a ritual for many people. Rituals create consistency, and consistency is essential for any health-related habit to work. When collagen is added to coffee, it becomes part of an established routine rather than a separate task. This increases long-term adherence, which is far more important than short-term intensity. Some people worry that heat might destroy collagen or make it ineffective. This is a common misconception. High-quality collagen peptides are heat stable, meaning they retain their structure and effectiveness in hot liquids. In fact, heat helps collagen dissolve more evenly, ensuring that each sip delivers a consistent amount of amino acids. This makes coffee an ideal medium for collagen supplementation. Coffee also contains antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in the body. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a major contributor to muscle breakdown as we age. When inflammation is reduced, muscles recover more efficiently and are less prone to wasting. While coffee alone is not an anti-inflammatory cure, its antioxidant content contributes to a more supportive environment for muscle maintenance when combined with proper nutrition. Another subtle but important effect of coffee is its ability to enhance focus and coordination. Strong muscles require clear communication between the brain and the body. Improved mental alertness helps maintain better posture, balance, and movement patterns. When movement becomes more efficient, muscles are used correctly and consistently, reducing the risk of disuse and further weakness. Timing also matters. Consuming coffee with collagen in the morning sets the tone for the entire day. Muscles receive support early, circulation improves, and energy levels rise. This often leads to more spontaneous movement throughout the day, such as walking, standing, or light activity. Over time, these small movements accumulate and send a powerful signal to the body that muscle tissue is still needed and should be preserved. It is important to emphasize moderation. Excessive caffeine can increase stress hormones and interfere with sleep, which is critical for muscle recovery. 1 to 2 cups of coffee in the morning is generally sufficient to provide benefits without negative effects. When paired with collagen, this moderate amount can be a valuable tool rather than a problem. The relationship between coffee, circulation, and nutrient delivery becomes increasingly important with age. Muscles do not fail because they are old. They fail because they are undernourished and underused. By improving blood flow, digestion, and consistency, coffee helps bridge this gap. When collagen peptides are added, coffee becomes more than a beverage. It becomes a daily strategy for supporting muscle health. In the end, rebuilding muscle after 60 is about working with your body, not against it. Using simple tools like warm coffee to enhance nutrient absorption and circulation is a smart, gentle approach. Over time, these small daily actions can lead to stronger muscles, better movement, and greater confidence in your ability to stay active and independent. One of the biggest misunderstandings about rebuilding muscle after 60 is the belief that nutrition alone is enough. While proper nutrition is essential, muscles need a reason to grow. That reason is movement. But this does not mean intense workouts, heavy weights, or exhausting routines. In fact, for many older adults, those approaches can do more harm than good. What muscles truly need at this stage of life is consistent, gentle stimulation paired with the right nutrients. Muscle tissue is highly adaptive. It responds to what you ask of it. When muscles are not used, the body assumes they are no longer necessary and begins to break them down. This is why long periods of sitting, inactivity, or fear of movement accelerate muscle loss. On the other hand, even light resistance sends a powerful message to the body that muscle tissue is still needed. This message becomes even stronger when the body has the nutritional building blocks available, such as collagen peptides. Consistency is far more important than intensity. A few minutes of movement every day is more effective than a long, exhausting session once a week. Daily movement keeps muscles engaged, improves circulation, and reinforces the connection between the brain and the body. When collagen is consumed regularly, especially in the morning, muscles have a steady supply of amino acids available to repair and strengthen themselves in response to this movement. Light resistance exercises are particularly effective after 60. These include activities such as chair squats, wall push-ups, gentle resistance band exercises, or simply standing up and sitting down repeatedly with control. These movements mimic daily activities and strengthen the exact muscles needed for independence. When muscles are trained in ways that reflect real-life movements, strength becomes practical and functional rather than forced. Walking also plays an important role. Walking engages the legs, hips, and core while also stimulating balance and coordination. When combined with collagen intake, walking helps direct nutrients to active muscle tissue. Blood flow increases, oxygen delivery improves, and muscles receive the signals they need to maintain mass and strength. Even short walks done consistently can create meaningful changes over time. Rest and recovery are equally important. Muscles do not grow during movement, they grow during recovery. Adequate sleep, hydration, and proper nutrition allow muscle tissue to repair itself and adapt. Collagen supports this recovery process by strengthening connective tissue and reducing strain on joints and tendons. This makes movement feel safer and more comfortable, encouraging continued activity rather than avoidance. Another key factor is confidence. Many older adults avoid movement because they fear pain or injury. As muscles become stronger and joints feel more supported, confidence naturally improves. This leads to more spontaneous movement throughout the day. Simple actions like standing more often, carrying light objects, or moving with purpose all contribute to maintaining muscle mass. Collagen helps create a sense of stability in the body, making movement feel less risky. It is also important to understand that muscles respond best to repeated signals. When collagen intake and movement are combined daily, the body receives a clear and consistent message: maintain muscle tissue. Over time, this message becomes reinforced and muscle loss slows or even reverses. This process is gradual, but it is reliable when habits are maintained. The nervous system plays a major role in muscle function. Gentle resistance exercises improve nerve signaling to muscles, enhancing coordination and control. This reduces the risk of falls and improves balance. When movement is paired with proper nutrition, the nervous system and muscles work together more efficiently. This integrated response is what leads to lasting strength rather than temporary improvements. Small changes in daily routine can have a profound impact. Taking a few minutes to move after drinking collagen coffee, stretching lightly in the morning, or performing simple exercises before meals can significantly enhance muscle response. These actions do not require special equipment or a gym membership. They require intention and consistency. Rebuilding muscle after 60 is not about pushing the body to its limits. It is about creating a supportive environment where muscles feel safe to grow. This environment includes gentle movement, adequate nutrition, proper rest, and patience. Collagen provides the building materials, but movement tells the body where to use them. When older adults commit to small daily habits, they often experience improvements not only in strength but also in energy, posture, and overall well-being. Movements feel easier. Fatigue decreases. Confidence returns. These changes reinforce the habit loop, making it easier to stay consistent. In the end, muscle health after 60 is the result of cooperation between nutrition and movement. Collagen alone cannot rebuild muscle, and movement alone may not be enough without proper support. Together they create a powerful and sustainable approach to strength. By staying consistent and gentle, the body responds in remarkable ways, proving that it is never too late to become stronger.